Welcome, this is your man of exchanges. It's 30 minutes after midnight. I'm kind of pissed off, and I have no idea as to why. So I decided I'm gonna play Star Rail, get really into this shit, and not talk louder than I am right now. A few things has happened in the last couple hours since I played this game. Number one would be him and them. Confusingly, I managed to pull 3 5-stars within 12 pulls on the standard banner. I don't know, this account looking kind of fine. This account looking amazing right now. Although the limitations of you have to do quests to unlock missions has been irritating the shit out of me.
Well, my friends, are you ready to head out?
Pretty much. Hold on, I have a question.
My friend, I have...
Don't input yourself.
You haven't heard enough about me, huh? All right. My name is Sampo Kaski. I'm a businessman who stands up for justice in his free time. And
Bullshit.
no, I don't have it in for you.
Bullshit. I do not believe his name is Sam Bukowski. I believe you're gonna get a 5-star with his real name. Number 2, a businessman who stands up for justice. I think not. Not after I now be trolling people and he just be letting it go. And yeah, I don't think he has it in for us. That part's probably.
Well, my
accurate.
friends, are you ready? Wonderful.
Let's go.
Remember to bring enough food and drink to refuel on the way. We have a lot of steps to climb.
Mother, I have returned.
You volunteer yourself as tribute?
Bronya, I thought I'd lost you. Where were you? Are you hurt? I'll fetch the butler right away.
She really cares for Bronya, which is amazing until you realize her mind has been taken over by the most stupid thing possible. How are you gonna let the voices in your head win? The voices in your head is telling you, you see that ledge over there? Yeah. It would be quite strange if you were to push that person. You could jump yourself. Just that ledge over there, right? That ledge.
No, there's no need. I don't want to see Sebas right now.
Wait, what?
Sorry, Mother.
Wait, what? Wait, that's a reference. That's Overload. I wanted to say,
I'm fine.
there's a lot of references in here.
I just got into a few skirmishes down in the underworld, but nothing I couldn't handle.
BRONYAS acting skills is on point.
The underworld. Oh, I see.
You do? Are you sure you see? Are you pulling a John Cena on us?
In that case, report everything you saw. Commander Bronya.
After the failed pursuit at Backwater Pass, the wanted outsiders and I were somehow taken to the underworld. Because of the difficult situation we were in, we formed a temporary alliance to help the residents of the underworld resolve a few issues of survival.
In other words, people were starving to death and we had to help them
We
out.
also defeated an ancient robot known as Svarog and learned some truths about the Stellaron.
Silence. They do not show our eyes because our eyes is glowing red.
I'm listening. Go on.
You are?
Madam Cocolia, it is my firm belief that the visitors from beyond the sky are not the villains we had imagined before.
You mean she had imagined? You just kind of went with it. You turned a blind eye to the people that's only been here for a day.
I witnessed them take up arms in the name of justice and risk their lives for the sake of others. I can also ascertain that they did come for the Stellaron, but only to relieve the disaster it has brought upon Belobog. Mother, you've always known the truth about the Stellaron, haven't you? Well, the responsibility of bearing that truth will fall upon me one day. Such is the burden of being guardian, to carry these secrets for eternity.
Hold up. Ironically, you make eternity sound as stupid as when Raiden A is talking about it. I'm not the only one that could be thinking of that shit, because his definition of eternity is fucking stupid. Yeah, it's insanely stupid. And then she programs the puppet Raiden to be as stupid about eternity. And then Yaimiko is the only one who calls her out on the bullshit. Because Yaimiko's like, this is fucking stupid.
So, I ask you to forgive my defiance, but I believe that the order to dispatch the outsiders was a mistake. To solve the problems brought on by the Stellaron, the architects waited hundreds of years. And those outsiders may be
Maybe the... She's glaring at you, Bronya.
Enough!
Silence!
Arrogant. Ignorant. Oh, you disappoint me, Bronya.
Arrogant? Whoa. What's this? Some sort of Chinese manhwa? Look, arrogant is not the word to use here. Disobedience? I forgot. Insubordination. There's the word I'm looking for. Insubordinate. And ignorant. Maybe.
You merely glimpsed the tip of the iceberg, and now you think you know everything. You spend a short time with that underworld scum, and suddenly you have the audacity to question my orders?
Underworld scum? Really, bro?
Guards! Take Bronya.
They are not scum.
Go, Bronya! Defy your mom in a third game. Third game? Not real mom. It's never real mom. Bronya is always adopted and her mom always dies, which is irritating because the mom is somehow hotter than Bronya.
My entire life. Everything you ever kept from me. I remember it clearly now. This time I am standing my ground, Madam Guardian. And please, stop dismissing me with vague excuses.
I like her emotional state. It's a very different Bronya. But nothing will top Honkai Impact's Bronya with her little kudere vibes that she gives off.
Tell me what you have seen. What exactly it is you are hiding. Why do you send the Silvermane guards to die in the Fragmentum? Why have you abandoned the people of the underworld? And why? Why did you have that sudden change of mind?
1 second ago, she was calling for gods.
I see. I knew this moment would come sooner or later. I just didn't expect it would be so soon.
Bitch, you just called for gods. The fuck are you talking about? She just called the gods. Gods, arrest her. For what? Dictatorships. You sound like Joe Biden.
You want to know why I gave those orders? Is that right? Do you believe you're ready to learn the truth?
You're not ready for the truth. Bronya, this is the peak moment for gaslighting. They're gonna gaslight you, Bronya. You have to understand. It was not me who wanted to put the people in the underground. They made me do it. I had to for the sake of the people. Bitch, please.
Yes. I am ready. Mother.
Quotation box.
Then come with me, Bronya. It is time
Then
you
come.
heard it. The voice of this dying world.
Well, if every other Supreme Guardian, Super Mega Heavenly Supreme Guardian, could resist the voices, I'm sure Bronya can. Now's not the time for holiness. Don't make me fetch the bonk horny dog. If I'm right, the spot is pretty short and I unlock everything after
back. I forgot what fresh air tasted like.
this. Someone slap her. Please. Please. Aren't we missing something?
No.
Where's Sampo?
Next question. Where's our next stop? We should find somewhere to put our feet up. As long as it's not Goethe Hotel again.
Classic unreliable Sampo. He probably guessed we'd ask where his hiding place was. No sooner are we back in the administrative district than he sneaks off.
Wait a second. Shouldn't Sila be acting more like March is? fresh sky, cold air, oxygen to breathe. We should hide in plain sight to the hotel.
No way! The boss will recognize us. Plus, Silvermane guards are stationed nearby. We'd be offering ourselves up on a silver platter.
Marge, I hate to break it to you. There's 3 Silvermane guards standing right behind you, bro.
Don Hung,
4.
what do you think?
I think it'd be best to pay a visit to Serval Landau.
Yeah, to do that we have to also walk by 4 Silvermane guards.
So, you think we should avoid Japard for the time being?
He's an elite officer of the Silvermane Guards. It wouldn't be easy to get to him. Besides, if he hasn't been persuaded by Bronya's letter, we'd be walking right into the lion's den.
Makes sense. Guess we better head over to Serval's workshop then?
But we must keep a low profile. We're still wanted fugitives.
I'm drinking coffee or whiskey without any sugar in this fucking thing. It's terrible, bro. Thing is, I've only ever had once very expensive coffee, but I enjoyed it, but it kind of ruined coffee for me as well.
What's wrong, Zila?
Nothing. It's just a little new. The last time I was on the surface, I was still a child. I have no memory of any of this.
Hi, guy who has forgotten most of his life. I have no memory, ever.
The overworld.
Man,
The
I'm
underworld.
making dark jokes.
We've been cut off for so long.
Now the other day we were driving. Me, hashtag Overlord Otaku, were driving. And hashtag, I don't know what Fast and Furious reference I made. And he's like, but you're Tom, you're all family like. And I'm like, no, I'm Paul Walker. I'm the only one out of us that's dying. They laughed, but I could tell. They had an Ayo. Ayo moment.
I'm okay. Let's go. There are so many Silvermane guards on patrol. Is it usually like this?
No.
Yes, I'll just
remember the
walk
security being this tight
right
last
in
time.
front of them. Maybe make a few
Might have
circles.
something to do with us. The
Yes.
Supreme Guardian has probably
We will
learned of our
blend in.
arrival already.
Maybe it's
Bronya,
because they do not recognize Madam Herta. I better change this team.
Act natural and get inside. Don't get spotted!
Bro, I was standing next to a Silvermane guard. He tried his best not to look at me.
Alright, you'll be safe here. My workshop has pretty good soundproofing and barely anyone comes in. Just what crime did you commit exactly? They recalled a bunch of guards from the front line to track you down. It's unprecedented. Now they're patrolling the whole city and everyone's in a panic.
Basically, Cocolia's a bitch.
Oh, we just...
not yet, March. Bronya said we could trust you completely.
You mean to say you don't trust me completely?
Well, considering we've been betrayed a few times at this point, and 3 of those times were by Sampo alone, you should understand a little.
Good. That's smart of you. But you needn't worry. Cocolia and I aren't even on speaking terms. It was her that ejected me from the Architects. I refuse to stand with her. I don't believe you guys would do anything bad. And the Architects are going to need conclusive and publicly available evidence for me to think otherwise. Besides, I know the Architects, and if they did have any evidence, they would have released it by now.
Who are the architects? We haven't even met any architects. Are we gonna go back to Balabog in the future and release a few architects? What the fuck?
I know Cocolia's style. Get everyone into a frenzy first. Most people in a frenzy don't stop to ponder the details.
Do you know Cocolia well?
You could say that. We were like sisters once, inseparable. Of course, that was all before she became the Supreme Guardian.
Yes, in Saval's way of saying, instead of the Supreme Heavily Mega Super Guardian, it's the Supreme, she's probably a bitch Guardian.
These days, I just spend my time fixing things in this workshop and playing music. It's a pretty carefree existence.
I mean, who needs a pool for Cocolia when you have Saval?
If I'm not careful, I'll start boring you all with sob stories from the past. Let's get back to you guys. If long-lost Bronya told you to come here, you must have something important to tell me.
Wait, if they killed Signora, who's Cocolia and Honkai Impact, who's Cocolia, I don't know if she's dead. I'm just assuming she's dead. There's a plot hole of we never spoke about her again. Ever. Not once. Ever. Again. Bronya didn't even mourn. Ever. Again. Neither did Sea Lady act. Ever. Again. And she dies in years, so I wonder if Himiko is gonna be okay, man.
You can trust me. I know our paths have only crossed once before, but my intuition tells me you guys are good people. And I've got good intuition, by the way.
Every Himiko died. Gakuden, Himiko in the pre-era, Himiko in the post-era. I don't even know if Himiko exists in Genshin. And then we have the Luke technically is Himiko, but I'm not counting that. But then we have fucking Himiko and Honkai Star Rail. Is she gonna die, or is Walt gonna sacrifice himself instead? Walt's like, Himiko has died enough. It's my turn now. Because Walt survives in every timeline. Except for the timeline where he was evil. He didn't survive that one. I may as well tell the long and short from the start to finish.
Ooh, I'm the best storyteller. Let me.
Dan, please do it, Dan. Dan, don't let Watch do it.
Try not to embellish the facts.
Damn it. Telling Saval about your time in the underworld and what you know about the Stellaron. Oh, something about BRONYAS later.
So that's what's been happening. No wonder we hadn't heard from Bronya recently. After all these years in isolation and without a single word from below, this is what's become of the underworld?
Yeah, people kind of starving to
I
death.
believe you. There's no way you could have invented all those twists and turns. What's more, we have Miss Seela here as living proof. As for the Stellaron, I know why Bronya got you to find me.
You were kicked out of the architects because of the Stellaron, right?
When I was still one of the architects working in the scientific research division, I was researching the Stellaron. I never thought I'd hear that word again after being expelled by the architects. Come on, I'll tell you everything.
Hey, at least you weren't executed because, Cocolia's a bitch.
Only a very few people in Belobog know of the existence of the Stellaron. Those that do would never associate it with the Fragmentum or Eternal Freeze.
Then they are idiots. How is either of those just randomly or popping up for no fuck all apparent reason? That's like ghosts appearing everywhere and nothing ever pointing towards where the ghosts are coming from. Which is what Fragmentum are.
But according to the data recorded in that robot, Svara, the architects dug out the truth long ago. The research results were purposely hidden away to ensure that the outside world would never know of them.
That's enough, calm down. No need to get frustrated. We've been through that enough already.
Just my luck. Out of all the research topics I could have chosen, I insisted on the Stellaron. It's clear now that anyone who wanted to get closer to the truth would have been expelled or abandoned.
Wait a second, I just noticed there's many of the same tools on each and every different wall in Saval's repair shop. Okay.
Maybe I should be thanking Cocolia. All she did was push me out. She could have decided to take a more permanent measure.
That's exactly what I was thinking. How much do you know about the Stellaron?
I figured out that the Stellaron and the Fragmentum were linked, so I was already close to the truth. It's a shame that the architects ejected me before I could discover that the source of the Fragmentum was the Stellaron itself.
Bro, it's clearly obvious, right? Why would you revere a piece of light or energy without thinking it's a consequence for negativity? Right? Think of it like this. If everybody's testing out energy but it's not being used for anything whatsoever, yet people are dying, wouldn't you equate the energy to the reason why people are dying? Or are we just gonna all ignore that someone's testing random energy that could be possibly be killing people? This is the thoughts that no one has. It's not conspiracy to be thinking that the thing that's not being used and only being tested is killing people. Just a thought, bro. Just a thought.
Before I lost my position, I was applying for permission to survey the Stellaron directly. It was my research topic, but I'd never even set eyes on it. My research was all based on historical data and lab simulations.
Honestly, if you found a way to contain the Stellaron and make sure they didn't Charles Xavier everybody's brains, then you would have an infinite source of energy.
Not long after I submitted my preliminary report and application, I received my punishment. It was obvious that somebody didn't want my research to continue.
The Supreme, she's probably not a bitch or super bitch. Well, she probably is a super bitch guardian. Do you know what Cocolia's end goal is?
Cocolia... It's been so many years since we last spoke. We were great friends once. There was nothing we wouldn't share. She became a completely different person when she took on the Supreme Guardianship. The convictions she once held, her enthusiasm... It was like they were drawn out of her by some
brainwashing.
Mysterious force.
It was probably brainwashing.
She gave the order to expel me herself and refused to see me. I never understood that behavior, and I gave up trying to use logic to work it out a long time ago. Sometimes I even wonder whether she really did become a different person.
Oh yeah, she did.
Is that possible?
She 100% became a different person.
Single guardian consciousness that gets handed down from generation to generation. And the real Cocolia has already vanished.
She's not far off.
Is she being compelled by previous generations of guardians to make such baffling decisions?
The probability of each guardian imprinting on the Stellaron after the Stellaron takes over their minds is not zero. Therefore, Cocolia's theory, therefore Saval's theory might not be all that wrong. Can we talk to Japard?
Japard? Not a chance. He's a decent guy, but also famously uncompromising.
So he's a dick.
For my brother, orders are more important than anything. Even if you stuck BRONYAS' letter to his forehead, he wouldn't be swayed.
Yeah, but wouldn't the chain of command for him be BRONYA above him, and then it'd be insubordination for him to talk back to BRONYA since she's the commander?
You need to choose your words carefully if you want to persuade him of something. It might be best if I talk to him. Though, I'd need a strategy first.
Do you know where the Stellaron is?
Yes. I never observed it directly, but I used lab simulations and outbound surveys to establish a rough location.
And now we need to fight for Japard to be able to do something. They're gonna go talk to Dun.
According to the survey results, the Stellaron is likely to the north of
Dun.
Somewhere in the vast snow plains.
We must locate it as soon as possible. Ideally before Cocolia takes action. Can you tell us the way?
Moches.
Not a problem. I was thinking the same thing. But I'm afraid telling you might not be enough. The area to the north of Belobog has been more or less swallowed up by the Fragmentum.
Don't we get it for free?
If you want to get to the northern snow plains, you'll need to get past the Silvermane Guard restricted zone on the front lines first. Even if you get past the restricted zone in one piece, you'll have a whole heap of Fragmentum to deal with.
At this point, that's a Tuesday for me.
Correct. And it's different from the underground towns you described. The Fragmentum there has quite literally torn everything to pieces. There's no sign of life, despite the monsters.
It sounds like the three of us and Zila might not be enough.
Scylla is not helping us, bro.
Why don't we go back underground and get Wildfire to come with us?
I fear we may not have the time.
Hey, enough pessimism. Back in my official capacity days, I spent a lot of time in the north. I got to know the soldiers and officers on the front line very well.
I mean, Is that another way for saying you had a hoe phase? Because if so, that's hilarious, bro.
This calls for brainwaves, not brawn waves. How about I take you over myself?
Bitch, please. Brawn waves always works. I played Genshin Impact with brawn waves and then get our asses kicked and brawn wave again.
Really? Great! Phew. It's less scary if someone you know is leading the way.
I want to see the Stellaron too, you know. It was my research topic for over a decade. You don't get that many decades in life.
10. Most people get 10. Except for that one dude and that one woman. The dude got 110 and the chick got 120.
That's settled then. There's no time to lose. We should head out as soon as you're ready.
No way! The boss will recognize us! Plus, Silvermane guards are stationed nearby. We'd be offering ourselves up on a silver platter.
March, I hate to break it to you. There's 3 Silvermane gods standing right behind you, bro.
Don Hung,
4.
what do you think?